Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and it's a little bit closer to 2 a.m. than I'd like to admit, and that means that I missed posting my vlog of the day before it was midnight. So I haven't gone to bed yet, so I'm still going to count this as October 9th, even though it's now the 10th. But I wanted to talk about the Japanese concept of Ikigai and how it relates to me as a musician, and hopefully how it can relate to you. So let's look at it. Alright, so I decided to make this little double Venn diagram like I've seen on the internet before of all these things intersecting. I've gone ahead and labeled these to kind of show you kind of what to put in there. Okay, so at the top you put what you love doing. So I went ahead and put music, composition, playing, and teaching. It's all umbrellaed under music. I love music. So what am I good at? Hopefully those things. I like to think I'm good at playing and teaching, and hopefully you like my compositions and agree with me that I'm good at composing. But that's not for me to say. Okay, and so then down here, what can I be paid for? Mostly playing and teaching, and mostly playing bass, and teaching bass like to private students and online. But I also teach piano, drums, ukulele, so it's just music in general, mostly. So that's what I love, what I'm good at, and what I can be paid for. So in order to reach the center here where every single one of these circles interacts, right, where they all cross over, the hardest one to me is focusing on what the world needs. I think a lot of times as artists we can be a little bit selfish, and I feel like a lot of us might struggle with this. But what we got to remember is music a lot of times brings happiness to people. So sometimes people need that happiness. Sometimes they need the stories to relate to if you're a songwriter. But even more than that, if you're having trouble feeling like you're bringing what the world needs, there are ways to do it. So one way that I found that's made me feel closer to the center here is I'll go and I'll play music at a church, and there's a particular church that they really do a lot of work in the community. And so I play the bass at the church. It's what I'm good at, and they pay me for it. But then what I do to give what the world needs is I might reallocate that money into a program that the church is doing so that I feel like I'm helping the world out. So a lot of times it helps me feel closer to having a reason for being, which is what this word roughly translates to, by making money, playing music, doing what I love, doing what I'm good at, and getting paid for it. And then when the world needs a little bit back for it, what I do is sometimes I take what I was paid for and I give some of it or all of it, depending, back for what the world needs. So that's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is writing songs that specifically relate to a topic that helps a lot of people. So that could be like if people are suicidal and you write a song about how you understand how they're feeling because you've been there and they can relate to it, it might make them feel less alone. So that might be an example of what the world needs. Another example is when a whole bunch of musicians get together for something like Live Aid, where they record a song with the whole idea of recording the song is to raise money for a cause. So those are just some ideas for you if you're trying to figure out how to feel like you have a reason for being, and maybe you feel like some of these things are missing in your life and they may be the reason that you're feeling empty or that you're feeling like there just needs to be more, and why you aren't being fulfilled by just having everything that you want or something of that nature. So look into this a little bit if you like it, and I hope this has been a fun video for you guys to watch, and I hope you've gotten something out of it. If you have, please give me a like below, and if you'd like more stuff like this, please subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.